Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.
Welcome back to another video. And today we have Hela here as a rank 3 6-star. I want to show you these icons right up here. That is the evade icon, which you get if you have Nick Fury and Quake on the team, or an Ant-Man, whichever one you want. But that's going to give her 3 auto evades. And I've done a Synergy Samba on this before, so check that up in the cards. But we're going to use this with our rank 3. So we're going to go ahead and build up to about 400 spirits. And once we get that, we're going to go ahead and charge up our Furies, and we're just going to rinse right through Realm of Legends. So here we are. We got 400. We're probably going to get maybe one more here. But the main thing is we want to bait out our Winter Soldier. There he goes. And we're just going to charge up the heavies. And basically those auto evades give us a little bit of safety to charge freely. There's the first one, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Feels a little bit like Quake. That was my bad, but I got lucky and I was able to get the armor break anyway, so let's just go on in. You're going to see some massive damage here. You saw a 73,000 medium attack right there, which is kind of crazy. But as you can see, it's some pretty crazy damage. This SP2 is basically going to finish out the fight, and we're done. Next one up. Before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to all the dorky diggity goodness on the channel, and if you want to see more, click on that notification button. Now enjoy the video. Alright, next fight up here, we've got Captain Marvel. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to keep building up these spirits over here. So getting the parry, doing 2 mediums, which is the best way to get the most spirits in the shortest amount of time. So we're going to get up to about 400 as we normally do. We're going to bait out her special here. If she does it, there she goes, boom. So we're going to get in another set. So we're just going to keep on hitting her until she gets back to an SP1, and then we'll bait that out and then start up the charging. There she goes, and we are charging up. Now sometimes you'll get lucky and the expiration of your heavy will line up with their dash, but that's probably one of the parts that's not my favorite. I would really actually prefer an indefinite heavy, just so I have more control, but that's what the synergy's for. So here we are with 14 Furies. We charge back up. I think we're going to land this SP2 with 15 intact, and that's going to give us some juicy numbers. We got a 92,000 medium, which is crazy. And just enjoy the big yellow numbers, slightly smaller but still big red numbers, and the KO. So this fight, not only do we have a class disadvantage, but this one's also harder because you have to deal with that unstoppable. You don't get to go in as much as you want. You have to be a little more patient, so you don't get to build up the same way. However, that being said, we're still able to rock it. It's just longer. Alright, so we got our SP2 here. We need to bait out the SP1, but we still want to build up a few more of those spirits because we only have 300. So now he has Unstoppable. I go to throw 2 mediums, but I got lucky because he easily could have attacked me. But that's okay, we're still building up. And right here, if he throws his SP1, we're just going to go ahead and build. And there he goes. Now that right there is one of the bad parts about using Hela. That expiring heavy attack has just got to go because it gets in the way of you launching an SP2 or intercepting with your special, which is the whole point. However, we did get a little bit lucky here, so we're going to keep on moving on. She still will rinse through the fight. Having 11 Furies is not so bad. You're able to build back up. The only thing is you have to play smart while he's unstoppable, and it kind of wastes out some of your Fury time. But that's okay, we're going to get back in, get right back to the SP2. We've got 9 Furies on, which should be more than enough to finish him off. Couldn't get the reparry, but that's okay. This one's over. Alright, we are back to quicker fights here. we are up against Rhino, and looking forward to using those crits to break through that armor, which is going to be really great. But we're just going to go with the same tactic here. We're just going to build up those spirits again up to 400, maybe a little higher, and then use these auto evades to charge up and then rinse the fight. Here we go. Now, one of the great things here is when you have a passive AI that just wants to stand back and let you charge up, then you just let them do it. That is 18 Furies, and that's going to give us a massive amount. As you saw, 113k damage on a medium attack. That's insanity. Alright, now we're up against Storm. Same process, same thing. Now, the thing to keep in mind here is Realm of Legends is a very different type of content from everything else. So this is really more of like an exposition showing just how easy it is to get that kind of damage. So if you want to use this in other content, you can use different synergies, or you can just use a different approach. We'll talk about that later on in the video. But there we go, we've got her baiting out her specials, and we're building up to our SP2, so we're gonna get that right now. She's got her SP1, boom, and we're ready to go. All we have to do is bait out, and this is the part that's gonna take a little bit because I'm just holding on to it. Okay, there we go. Now we're charging up. That's the first set, boom. So all we have to do is make some space, and there we go, we got it, and we're gonna charge up another. So as you can see, we're only getting 3 Furies per heavy charge. I wish you can get more, but maybe that'll be in a rework or something. I'm not saying one will happen, I'm just saying maybe that's just what'll happen. Maybe. Could be. I don't know. Alright, so we've got 17 here, and we're gonna get a nice juicy medium right there. It's 115k damage on a medium, which is pretty crazy, and this fight is over. Now this one I was looking forward to because we finally have a class advantage here. So building up those spirits once again so that we can build up our Furies and take it home. Now he does have synthesis here, so he builds up his power a lot faster, but it doesn't really make a difference for this fight. Check it out. So he's going to exhaust out my auto evade charges here, and I'm only going to have 7 Furies, so I'm not really happy about that. So I'm trying to charge an intercept here, and he jumps on in, gets in a little too fast. I get smacked up, but that's okay, I make up for it. I get 13 Furies, and that's going to be more than enough to do a lot of damage because I've got the class advantage, which is going to make up for not having as many, but still 85,000 damage on a medium is still pretty nasty. Alright, on to the next. So we have Black Panther in the house. Now this does prove to be a little bit challenging only because of the way his medium dash works. It doesn't exactly give me enough space to get a parry to make more space, so I had to come up with a little bit of a different strategy for this one. Check it out. Alright, we baited out that SP2 and we start charging. Now as you can see, his medium dash has too much distance between me and him to be able to get the second attack on a parry. So I have to rethink the way I'm going to do this and just use the intercept method with the SP2 and hope that he attacks me. Sometimes he gets caught up in there, but they kind of wait. It's really weird. So I missed out on that, so I'm just going to kind of show you the pitfalls of what can happen, but that's okay. We have 14 Furies. As long as he stays pretty active and pretty aggressive, we can build right back up to the SP2 and get that armor break. And here we go, we've got that. Bam, bam, and bam. 88,000 damage on that. We baited out that SP1 with our fake attack. We didn't dex it, we parried it, but it's all good because we're still going to be doing that damage, and this one is over. Okay, up next we have Scarlet Witch, and this is the one I was kind of worried about because she has that power drain as you attack her, and she has that poison. So, it was really kind of iffy, but I think we can get this done. I had a strategy in mind. As long as I can build up close to the SP2, I can just get the rest of the power by just blocking, and I think it'll work just fine. Check it out. Okay, right here I overplayed my hand and I got power drained, and that's exactly what I was worried about. So let's try this again and be a little more cautious and get the thing done. So I took some blocked hits there, and then right here I'm not taking any chances. I'm just gonna let her push me into my power bar. Boom, got my SP2 and gonna get a parry, and I'm gonna back off and start charging. Now here, it doesn't matter if I don't get as many charges as I normally do, I just need enough to start doing some damage. So we have 7 Fury, 8 by the end of it. I got tagged there a little bit, but all good. I didn't get to pull back far enough or fast enough. But that's okay, we're still gonna be able to do this damage. Now we're gonna maintain our Furies and get through the rest of this fight. Now we're building up our power meter one more time. We are close to SP2. We get right in it. I'm not taking any chances. Launch the SP2 right away. Got that armor break in the house. We get our fake out right there, baiting her out, and we have a good amount of damage going on here. We just have to keep up with the Furies and keep on attacking. It's a serviceable amount of damage, and we get the job done. Now everybody wants to see the Wolverine fight, and I really don't think we're going to have any problems here. We're just going to build up our spirits, and we're going to build up our Furies, and we're going to go to town. I'm pretty confident that the amount of damage that we do is going to out-damage his healing by a large margin, so let's check it out. Okay, there's a threshold, and he went ahead and baited right away, and that's really all I needed. So I'm gonna make my space. I've got 6 Furies, gonna charge up again. 9 Furies, and I'm gonna go for one more and get an intercept. That one was able to combo into it off of the last hit of the heavy, which doesn't normally happen, but that's okay, I'll take it. We had a large amount of Furies, and that is more than enough to put him to bed. Alright, we're coming into a close here. We've got Black Bolt in the house, and we're gonna do our same old. So enjoy the fight, and I will see you at the end. We've got one more left, which is the Hulk after this, and we're done rinsing through Realm of Legends. So here we are, and we are not having a perfect fight. We're doing some pretty good damage, and we have 11 Furies right now. But we're not going to be able to get back to an SP2. Basically, we're just going to hit him, and that's pretty fair damage as it is, but once he launches his own SP2, it's going to be done and over. I mean, this is like the visual version of stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Alright, next up we've got our Incredible Hulk right here, so same story, build up those spirits and then charge up those Furies. So we're going to get our parries, we're going to do our 2-hit combos here to build up the most spirits in the shortest amount of time. And once we get to 400, as usual, we're going to go ahead and start charging up. Okay, we're at 400 spirits right here. We get the special attack, and we start our charge up. So I made some space, I'm charging up again. And charging again. Now once they go passive, you can just keep on charging your heavy and they'll back off, which is a great way to stack on those Furies and get your SP2 in order. Now let's go ahead and do that god tier damage and get the fight done. Anyway, this is another sub 15-minute run for Realm of Legends. Hela did a hella of a job. Anyway, if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it with your mama. All that stuff helps me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. Oh, potamus.
Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.